is another episode of Sample Shopping, and again, this week's episode is being sponsored by decantshop.com. Type in coupon code MAX12 when checking out, and they'll save you 12% off of your total order. They've got a Father's Day sale going on now, which you can save 16%, so definitely take advantage of that if you can. But if you've got to order after, make sure you type in coupon code MAX12, decantshop.com. decantshop.com. Link will be in the description. They've got a great selection that is literally growing every day, including reviewer favorites like Aventus, which you can get 5 ml for $20, less than 18 with the max discount. That same volume is $30 on Perfume Court. They also have stuff like Tobacco Vanille, Amouage Jubilation 25, and Nasa Models Black Afghano. And by the way, 5 ml of Black Afghano is $170 on Perfume Court. It's $72 on Decant Shopper, $64 with the discount code. So definitely check them out. There's nothing worse than spending big bucks on a niche scent only to find out it's really not the one for you. Wear it a couple days, guy. Get yourself a little decant and decide whether or not you really want to get yourself a full bottle of something. Now, these scents we're talking about today were provided to me by Decant Shop. I picked 3. They sent me 3 that they thought I'd like. We talked about 3 last week. Creed Silver Mountain Water, Xerjoff's Dofar, and M. Michaelif's Gaiac. And we're going to be talking about another 3 today. Now, what we start off with, guys, is going to be... Whoopsie daisy. We're starting off with all kinds of fun stuff going on. We're starting off with, let's see if I can get this to zoom in. Or focus. No, probably not. Okay, so this is Tom Ford's Private Blend Neroli Portofino. And I'm going to, if you don't mind, just spray a little bit on my arm to get a, see what that smells like, even though I already know what it smells like. So with Neroli Portofino, guys, this is a private blend scent, and it was released in 2007, and it's not cheap, okay? The 50 ml is going to run you $205, 100 ml $280, and you can get that huge flat cone they have for 250 mls for $500. I think the way to go with these scents is grab one of those and split it up so that that 50 ml only winds up costing you a little less than $100 instead of $200. Notes on this scent are very simple. We've got bergamot, orange blossom, mandarin, and amber. Now, here's the thing with this scent, guys. There's a fragrance out there called 4711. It's available in almost every drugstore and pharmacy in the country, and you can get 2 ounces of it for around $10, and get a 27-ounce bottle for $35. So you can get 162 ounces of 4711. That's equal to 4 40-ounce beer bottles for some context. You can get that for what you pay for 2 ounces of Ford's Neroli Portofino. And there's no doubt in my mind that Neroli Portofino is vastly superior to 4711. But they're not that different. 4711 doesn't last nearly as long. It doesn't have the richness of depth that Tom Ford scent has. Tom Ford's actually has some decent longevity for a light citrus fragrance, and that's awesome. But guys, there's so many high-quality citrus scents out there for so much less money. L'Eau d'Issy, Hermes's Concentré Orange Vert, Aqua de Parma's Colonia, Monsieur Balmain, Orange Sanguine by Altier, Bergamot 22, Eau Sauvage, Etro's Lemon Sorbet. This is nice. This is a nice scent, guys. It's not worth private blend money. In fact, to me, there are very few Tom Ford private blend scents that command the prices that they do, in my opinion. I'd say 2 of them are Oud Wood and Tobacco Vanille, maybe Noir de Noir as well, but guys, skip this one. I'm going to enjoy my sample, but if I drop big paper on a citrus Eau de Cologne type of scent, it's probably going to be something that Xerjoff put out. Now, next off, guys, we have something by a company called Mancera. And this is Mancera's Intensive Oud, okay? So I'm going to give myself a little spray of that. Yeah, okay. And let's talk about Intensive Oud for a couple seconds. This was a scent that Adriana from Decant Shop wanted me to check out because I told her that I was going to be picking up a Tom Ford Private Blend scent soon. And what she wanted me to check out is, because I was thinking of Oud Wood, was their Mancera's Intensive Oud. And I had told her that I had a bad experience with Dior's leather oud, and I didn't really know about oud scents at this point. I think Dior's leather oud, we talked about that a while ago. I thought that was awful. And she sent me this one to check out. Now, Mancera, for you guys that don't know, is a sister company to the French fragrance company Montal. And Montal is a house that makes tons of different rich oud scents that come in these really cool aluminum can-like bottles. Now, Mancera is kind of hard to find in the States. Much easier overseas, I guess. And you can get 125 ml of their scents for around $1.35, so not bad. Notes on this guy are going to be orange, cinnamon, saffron, oud, rose, mahogany, and patchouli, Mysore sandalwood, amber, and benzoid. This is a really interesting scent, guys. Really interesting. Real oud-like. Smells like something that Montel could have put out. I definitely get that connection. A little feminine, I would say. If you're a kid and you used to watch your mom go out to dinner with your father or just go out to a nice dinner, and she would wear something really nice and expensive, one of her really nice perfumes she would dab behind her ears, there's a hint of that kind of scent in this at the back end of it. The front is all oud and rose, kind of dark and gothic. I would wear this in the winter. This could also be something very dressy as, something to accompany if you're going on like a black tie event. I think you could do this. I would be light on the trigger with this, but I think a black tie in the event in the cold could be perfect for this, or a really fancy dinner. There's an elegance to this, and this is one I'm going to keep sampling and coming back to, and one that I could totally see picking up if I was able to get it for the right price. Now, next up, and the last one we're going to do in this episode is, we've got, this is Amouage Dia Man. And I know Amouage is a big favorite house of a lot of people. I hadn't smelled Dia prior to this. I'm going to just spray this on. Okay, so Amouage Dia Man. Now, you can get 50 ml of Dia Man for $2.50 or 100 ml for $2.95. Now, why anyone would buy the smaller Amouage bottles when you could easily get the bigger one and sell off some of the juice is so far beyond me, but that's neither here nor there. Dia is a scent that Amouage created to really reflect their home base of Oman in the Middle East and the smells of that country, the wilderness of the desert, the spices of the Zanzibar, and the freshness of the Arabian Sea. So really quite a mix of interesting locations, dynamics, and notes is the intent with this fragrance. Notes on this, guys, are going to be cistus, bigarade, cardamom, frankincense, labdanum, peony, yin-yang, orris, plum blossom, leather, patchouli, amber, and palisander. And it's funny to me because when you look at the note breakdown of these Amouage scents, most Amouage scents, it usually rivals the big 80s fragrances that I sort of feel reflected the excess of Wall Street and American consumerism that was so well satired in the book and film American Psycho. Fragrances like Quorum and Giorgio of Beverly Hills and Houston Z14, they almost seem like fragrances that are schizophrenic with split personalities. But I think what distinguishes Amouage from the kind of helter-skelter kitchen sink note of those fragrances is the quality of Amouage's ingredients, and perhaps most notably the frankincense, which is what makes their fragrances so special. They have a great frankincense source that's sort of like they use the same way Creed uses ambergris to give their fragrances an identity and a common thread that runs through any of them. Any of their fragrances you smell that have that frankincense are going to smell good. And this is really nice. It's a nice scent. And if Amouage didn't make it and it didn't have the Amouage price tags, I think I could really recommend it and stand behind it. But this is a light Amouage scent, and that's not really their strength. Ciel, which I also like, and I love Ciel. I have it. I did a great review on it. Well, it wasn't necessarily a great review, but I gave it a very good score. Ciel's also very light, but Ciel to me is much better because there's a floral and lily of the valley note that isn't here, and I think that floral and lily of the valley sort of characteristic plays a great juxtaposition with the frankincense, and that's missing here. I think that does a great disservice to this scent. So this just kind of smells like a mishmash of notes to me that doesn't really feel like something cohesive with a theme. Not bad, again, not a bad scent, guys, but it's no Jubilation 25 or one of their Opus scents or nowhere near a tar that they have. And to me, it's not even anywhere near Seal. I'm much more interested to smell the two new scents they're coming out with this year, Beloved Man and Fate Man. And even their new Opus, I believe it's Opus 5 that came out recently. So I kind of think I'm going to save my Amouage money for one of those. I think you're better off spending your money that way as well. But I'll further explore and see maybe if this doesn't grow with me. Scents can often grow on people. And two, I just wanted to talk about real quickly that I got to sample this week because they're new at Bloomingdale's. I got to get my nose on this week. Is Ralph Lauren Polo's Red and Lacoste's Noir. And I'll tell you the deal with them very quickly. Ralph Lauren Red, I didn't like it. I did like it, but to me it just smells very, what's the word I'm looking for? Generic. It sort of smells like Ralph Lauren Polo Black, and I said that to the saleswoman, and she said, wasn't that a good thing? And I said, not really, not when you're paying $70, $80 for one of these fragrances. I want it to be more individual, so maybe that will grow on me, that scent. It's sort of a sandalwood scent, spicy, but I don't think I'm going to be picking that one up. On the other hand, Lacoste's Noir is a fragrance that has two notes that really stuck out to me were watermelon and dark chocolate. And I've always sort of wanted to, when I was into food, cuisine really, I was going out to nice restaurants every week, I really wanted to try a dessert that had watermelon and chocolate. They're two things that you don't think would match. And I was very impressed with Lacoste for trying to meld those two notes. Now, unfortunately, because of the way Noir smelled to me, I didn't really pick up either. I didn't really get the watermelon or the dark chocolate. I just got a nice sort of dark, summery fragrance, unbelievably. And I think Noir is something I'm going to be picking up during the summer and doing a review on, definitely, because I really did like Noir. I didn't like Red. So I would tell you to check them out for yourself and see what you think. And also what I'm very excited to try next week, guys, is the two new Hermes scents. From the Eau de Cologne line, there's a mandarin one with passion fruit, a mandarin amber one, and there's a narcissus flower one. And I was at Narcissus Blue, I think it's called. Now, I was at the Hermes Boutique looking at ties this week, and I was talking to the salesperson about those two scents, and she actually gave me a card and told me to call every day because they should be coming in within days. So my plan is to go back next week, try those guys out, maybe pick one of them up if I really like them and do a review on those. So I'm really excited about those as well. And those are two new scents, and I love Hermes, and I definitely want to at least get one of those, hopefully. I've heard unbelievable things about the mandarin that's got passion fruit in it. It sounds awesome. So with that said, for these three ones we talked about today, what I would tell you to do is I'd say pass on the Neroli just because of the price. And I would say sample Intensive Food and sample Dia to see what you guys think of them. Again, please visit decantshop.com, my sponsor for this episode. I think the best decant shop on the web. That's just me. And yes, I admit I am prejudiced. I very much like Adriana. I very much like their service and selection. I believe in them. They're growing. They're loyal. And I think they're going to do big things. And they gave me that discount code, 12% off if you enter Max12. Come on, guys, place an order with them. Pick up some of these samples. Pick up Mancera, guys, and pick up Dia. And let me know what you think. Give me a response if you get a chance. Thank you so much for watching. This Sunday, guys, just so you know, I'm going to be reviewing my first Chanel scent. I am stoked to be doing that. I really enjoyed this scent. Really happy to review this. I'll tell you what it is. It's and I never really do this, but it's Chanel's Allure Homme Edition Blanche, the exclusive to the boutique in the Chanel counter. So we're going to be talking about that Sunday. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Maximilian Must Know. Please remember to comment, subscribe, and hit like. I am Maximilian.
All you need is a second glance.